Country favorites and fun, 93.7 The Dog. Good morning. It is Nate Allen. You know, we've been doing this thing over the last couple of weeks where we feature an up-and-coming country artist on our show. We've had a great time with it so far. We've had some great local talent in here recently, and today is no exception. Joining me in the studio right now, Clay Wilks, ladies and gentlemen. Clay, good morning. How are you, man?
Doing great. How you doing, Nate?
Doing awesome, man. Thanks for coming in. I know you're a busy guy right now. Thanks for taking a little time.
Hey, no problem. Just trying to get my word out.
I hear you. We can help you do that today. All right, well, let's just start with the simple stuff. Where are you from?
I'm from Chesapeake, Ohio.
Chesapeake, Ohio, right across the Ohio, right over yonder. In fact, if you look out the window, you can see Chesapeake, Clay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you realize that, but it's right over there.
Yep.
Okay, so how did you get into music? Let's start at the beginning. How did you get into doing this?
Like a lot of country artists, I started off in doing the church scene, growing up, stuff like that. And then here a couple months ago, I did a talent search audition tape for a place, sent it in, and they liked me, liked my style, and so they decided to bring me down to Nashville, record a couple songs.
Yeah, my boss actually handed me a recording of you and said, we need to get this guy in. He's from Chesapeake, and I listened to him, man. Good stuff. I'm pretty impressed. What were some of your influences growing up that kind of influenced your style?
I liked Willie Nelson growing up. Also, a lot of Alan Jackson, George Strait. Of course, nowadays I like Eric Church, a couple artists like that. But growing up, I liked a lot of country artists that were normal in the 90s, Joe Diffie, stuff like that.
Definitely some of the older school stuff then, I guess. Even some of the new school stuff you like is a little bit old school, like Eric Church.
Yeah, Eric Church, Jamie Johnson, a couple new artists I like.
Very cool. Have you gotten to see any of those guys in concert here recently?
Oh, yeah. Actually, it's been about a year and a half. I got to see Eric Church and Kenny Chesney up in Columbus Crew Stadium.
Oh, great venue.
Yeah, it was nice. Got to see them. Went and seen Hank, Jamie Johnson, Eric Church a couple years ago up in Charleston. Got to see a lot of good artists.
Who, out of all those people that influenced you in your career so far, who would you most likely to share? Who would you most like to share the stage with? If you could open for any one of those right now, Clay Wilks opening for these guys, who would it be?
Alan Jackson.
Alan Jackson,
yes.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
I grew up listening to him, and honestly, probably know every song he sings.
All right, quick favorite Alan Jackson song.
Midnight in Montgomery.
Midnight in Montgomery. Very nice. If you're just tuning in, we're talking with Clay Wilks. He's from Chesapeake, Ohio. He's an up-and-coming country artist in the area, trying to break out. I understand you've got an EP coming out in May, I think I saw.
Yeah, it's going to be out May 2nd. Be on iTunes. It's got 4 songs. The first single is called Jumpin' In. And
Nice.
And the name of the EP is Rivers and Rails.
Rivers and Rails. Nice.
Yeah.
And I think Jumpin' In was the tune that I heard that my boss played for me. Can you kind of give us a little background on that tune? I mean, where the idea came from? How'd you come up with the idea?
I grew up on the Ohio River. Literally could throw a rock and hit the river. And we spent a lot of time fishing, jumping off barges, doing that type of thing. And so I felt it was a lot of like my country career I'm trying to get going. It's just jumping in.
Yeah, it's kind of appropriate. Jumping in, kind of appropriate. Getting your feet wet, I guess you could say. Yeah. Okay, so the EP is out May 2nd. You guys can look for it on iTunes. We're going to be playing Jumpin' In coming up here in just a couple of minutes so you guys can hear it. Give us a call, 304-523-BARK, 800-932-BARK like we do, and you can call us. Tell us what you think. Maybe take some questions, Clay. Do you mind taking some questions from the local folks?
Hey, that'd be great.
All right, how can folks find you? You got social media, Facebook, website, anything like that?
Yeah, I've got a Facebook. It's facebook.com/Clay Ohio. And I'm on Twitter at Clay's Storm.
At Clay Storm. We're going to write that down for you. We'll link that up to our Facebook page, too, so folks can find you more easily.
Nice.
It's Clay Wilks, ladies and gentlemen, EP called River and Rails?
Yep, River and Rails.
River and Rails. Look for it on May 2nd. The single is called Jumpin' In. We're going to play it for you guys coming up here in just a few minutes. Clay Wilks, ladies and gentlemen. Clay, thank you so much for coming in, man.
Appreciate you having me out.
Country favorites and fun, 93.7 The Dog. Good morning. It is Nate Allen. You know,